Morning! We're finally back at it. I think we're actually in the home stretch of getting this thing back on the road. So stay tuned. Let's get this thing finished up and finally take it for its first drive. So we're pretty much down to changing the oil in the rear end and the transmission. Finishing up this wheel end of brakes. Bleeding the system. Throwing some turn signals and brake lights on it. And I suppose register it, you know, it does kind of. Boy, I'm sure glad I'm back in here. Here's a closer look on the inside of one of these 2-speeds. If you remember back when we were fixing the 2-speeder in on this particular truck, your ring and pinion are up in front, which drives like a cross shaft that engages with these 2 gears. Now if you notice, one's bigger than the other. That's where that diaphragm on the side of it is engaged with engine vacuum. It slides that cross shaft in front of this differential back and forth, engaging, disengaging these 2 gears, giving you your high and low speed. The rest of the setup is just like any other differential. Your spider gears are inside this. That's basically how that thing is. And I was lucky. One little sliver of metal in there, the rest of it was just dirty old gear oil. So we'll get her sealed up, get her back together, and get these wheels off. All put together and sealed up. This was definitely cross-netted. So we just put the wheel on backwards and slowly work it out with the pry bar. It worked every other time. Hopefully it works this time. Probably won't. Well, I seem to be overcoming the ridge here. I just took the wheel cylinder bolts out, so that gets kind of loose, and took the backing plate bolts loose, so shoes are kind of moving, the drum's kind of moving, and hopefully it'll just kind of get into a position where it'll slide over that ridge. Seems to be working. I win again. I'm gonna take this all apart, clean everything up so everything moves in and out good, throw the wheel cylinder in, clean up the hub, do the bearings, throw her back together. New wheel cylinder in, everything's cleaned up. Brake job complete. Well, I think the day has finally come. We're actually going to be able to drive this thing down the road under its own power and be able to stop it under its own braking power. We got the brake job complete, turn signal kit installed, front markers installed, and brake lights. And I even licensed it. It's actually legal, licensed, and insured. Not that I would ever drive them without that. So, it's a beautiful 70-degree November day. Let's hop in it and go for a drive. Alright, go! everything's looking good so far. Little splatter from the oil bath, but other than that, we're looking good. Well, there we go. First drive was a success. Now, we ain't completely done with it. Next time we work on it, which will probably be, I don't know when, but we're going to paint up a little bit on the box and the frame, paint buffed out, preserve the patina a little bit, do a little interior work. We just got our mechanical good now, so that's a positive. Now it's just going to be back to get the stuff done in there. Once again, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe if you see this stuff. If not, whatever. See you next time.